Jim Warner here. I'm with Jeff with Solaire Homes, and we're walking through a video, and we're going to do a quick video on this of a building that I was here when they were just doing the slab that you'll see that we'll patch in, and it's really cool. It's a net zero multifamily housing that we're using our brackets on, and it's really what we're calling is kind of hybrid. We're taking the post frame world and we're mixing it with some stick built world. And Jeff's doing a great job here. And I'm going to have Jeff, this is kind of his realm, is his net zero, getting good insulation value. And he's going to kind of explain this wall system that we're doing here with the commercial girding and standard girding option and then stick build option. So Jeff, what do we got going on here?
Yeah, Jim, thank you. So Solaire Home Builders is partnering with Rooted Homes, a local land trust nonprofit, to build 22 homes for our workforce here in Central Oregon so folks can live where they work, which is awesome. We are a high performance home builder, which means net zero energy. So we're super healthy, super efficient indoor air space so that the utility bills are next to nothing for our homeowners so they can afford more house.
Yeah.
So what we have here is all the structure is in your Titan timber that you provided, and it's held in the ground with these wet set brackets. So we don't have any pressure treated posts like you would on a pole barn going down into the ground. It's all in concrete and steel. And then we have a full 7-inch wall here, which is thicker than normal.
Yep.
And there's very little wood touching the outside that's also touching the inside of the building. So you have a really good thermal break. We can get excellent insulation in the wall and a really good comfort level inside the home.
Well, what is really cool is that in between, a 2x4 on the outside you see here with the 2x4 on the inside is that we are getting a true thermal break throughout the entire wall, because it's, there's that gap in between there. So the insulation is getting put inside there. So that's where you're getting that great insulation value.
Exactly. Plus, there's no shear wall inspection. All of the shear wall is handled at the posts.
Yep.
So we can move a little faster and get the homes completed sooner at a higher quality level.
Well, and at that earlier video that we took, it really showed that floating slab system inside there with it. What did you put around it? Was it 3-inch foam?
3-inch rigid foam, yeah.
So we got a 3-inch rigid foam on the outside and a 3-inch rigid foam underneath this entire slab. And a lot of times people say, I don't want to do slab on grade because it's cold.
Right.
Well, it's because you didn't insulate it. The ground's 54 degrees, so the slab's going to be 54 degrees. Once you put 3 inches of insulation underneath there, the slab's going to be the same temperature as the house.
Exactly. And the thermal mass of the concrete slab, once it's heated and the house is finished, will stay a much more consistent temperature, which reduces the energy loads even further.
What is this going to be? Probably an R25, R30 wall?
Close to R30 at 7 inches. So it'll be a blown-in blanket, dense pack. Loose fill insulation that's blown in. There are no additives in it. It's only fiberglass in the insulation.
And that's going to fill every cavity. That's the nice thing about the blow-in insulation.
Yes. So there's no human error related to stuffing it in a hole or missing a spot because the machine blows it into exactly where it needs to go.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be cool. We're going to do some more videos on this as we get further along. And as you'll see is that we got multiple ones going on here. But I got to talk to you about this 2-hour firewall you got going on here because I think I've been doing it wrong.
All right.
Show me. So what is this? Because it's cool.
Yeah. So this is a 2-hour rated firewall assembly. It's a UL 336 for those of you keeping track at home. So it's a 3/4-inch airspace on either side of a double layer of 1-inch dense glass here that's held up with steel studs. So you have all of your components can go up during framing without having to have any extra contractors come in. You don't have to have the drywall guys come in and tape seams. There's no county or city inspections until the framing inspection because they can see all the parts of the wall. And then this stud wall here is only for sound and for us to be able to put electrical boxes and other things in. All that gets sealed so that we don't have drafts into the firewall, but then it's insulated with rock wool insulation on both sides.
So you're going to rock wool this too?
This gets rock wooled, exactly.
Okay.
So then you have really good sound and a really good 2-hour firewall.
And so, I mean, this is exciting to me because you have to stop your project. So we would build half of it.
Yep.
You know, you'd have a half a structure sitting there, and then you'd call your drywaller, say, "Hey, get on over here."
Yep.
You know, and then they would
Hang
tape
and tape
it.
this, and then call the inspector, get that inspected, hang and tape the second layer, and then you can finish framing. And so the time savings alone makes the investment in a product like this, because it's dense glass, it's water resistant, it doesn't have any paper in it, so it's already ready to take all the elements that you could get during construction.
So when you have a unit here and a unit over there, this has got to be a lot more sound deadening than drywall and insulation.
Yeah, I mean, it's 2 inches of dense glass. It's similar to 2 inches of drywall from a total, heft standpoint. So I don't know the STC difference off the top of my head, but I know that the rock wool will make a big difference on both walls too for sound. Yeah.
Well, I love what you're doing here. It's great, and definitely we greatly appreciate using our product and everything like that. So I'm excited to do some more videoing with you and see how this goes.
Thanks. We're looking forward to showing these homes off.
All right, thanks.
All right.